Zacks Rank Buys, stocks with a short-term buy or strong buy recommendation. Now, here are more Zacks Rank Buys. Momentum stock time now. We're going to check out a couple of interesting momentum stocks with Mike Vodicka, our momentum stock strategist at Zacks.com. Here's a large cap name that I don't think you and I have ever talked about in this piece. Caterpillar, CAT, the ticker symbol. And for those who don't know, they manufacture and sell construction and mining equipment all over the world.
That's right. Good description. Bigger company too, to about 50 billion market cap. And this is a really strong global brand that will have a lot of exposure to the strength of the global and domestic economy. And what we've seen over the last year in Caterpillar's business and their share prices, we've seen a big upward push in both sales and gains on the chart. We're right in the middle of earnings season right now, and Caterpillar reported Q3 results on October 21st that were really strong. We saw revenue up 53% year over year, which is really great. And then earnings of $1.22 per share, which came in 12 cents ahead of the Zacks consensus estimate. The company said that they saw a really strong blend of both domestic demand and international demand. South America, or the Latin America sales were actually up 122% year over year, so that's a great gain. That kind of ties into what we're seeing in the emerging markets right now. But then also the North American sales were great too. That region was up 89% year over year, so it's kind of a nice mix between those two sides.
Okay.
Their balance sheet is a little bit swollen. They've got about $20 billion of debt. They paid down $1.5 billion year over year, so they are kind of chipping away at that on a longer term basis, which is a good thing. And then moving down to estimates, we did see a little bit of movement in estimates off the good quarter. The current year is up about 11 cents to $3.85. And then the next year estimate is up 31 cents to $5.49. So that's a fairly bullish growth projection for Caterpillar. Valuation picture, trading at about 21 times, but in light of the bullish growth projection, the PEG ratio is only 0.55%, so that's definitely within value territory right now. And then moving on to the chart, like I said, over the last year and a half, we've seen a really nice rebound in their business and their share price, and right now shares are trading at a multi-year high at about $81, so they're looking good.
All right. Then Monro Muffler Brake is another stock you've written about recently, MNRO, the ticker symbol, and you classify this as a momentum all-star.
That's right, yeah.
Interesting. Why?
Well, if you take a look at the chart, what you've seen is pretty much the definition of a smooth trend over the last year and a half or so, where shares have just been grinding higher, and that's exactly what you're looking for. You want to, most investors, they don't like the volatility, so we've seen a nice trend in Monroe.
Okay.
But this plays into the weak consumer environment that we've seen over the last couple of years, where people are hanging on to their cars longer, they're replacing tires, replacing parts, things of that nature. Their third quarter results on October 21st were strong too. Revenue up 19% year over year, which is a great number. And then earnings came in at 63 cents per share. That was 3% ahead of the Zacks consensus estimate.
Was it 3%, Mike?
I stumbled on that one. Yeah, 3% ahead of the Zacks consensus estimate, and they've got a 7% average earnings surprise over the last 4 quarters, so both really solid numbers. They got a good balance sheet. Their debt load is down $11 million year over year. They've got $89 million in long-term debt. Don't have a lot of cash. They've got about $3 million in cash, but their debt-to-equity ratio looks pretty strong.
Okay.
We've seen a little bit of movement in estimates off the good quarter. The current year is up 4 cents to $2.06. The next year estimate is also up 4 cents to $2.47. That's about a 20% growth projection, so longer-term picture looks good too. And valuation, we're trading at about 23 times forward right now, so a little bit pricey, but the growth projection looks good. Okay. And then on the chart,
yeah, there's that chart you were talking about.
Multi-year high at $50.81. We got some good upward momentum.
All right. Do you own either of these two?
No, I don't.
All right. You can check out more Zacks Rank by stock pick ideas on our homepage at Zacks.com. Upper right-hand corner, we put 4 new ones up there for you daily, one in each of the investing categories that we write about, Mike's included. With Mike Vodicka, I'm Terry Ruffalo.